response here would be a goal.
Not sure the champ made the right decision there, Juddy.
He's got 1 metre. Aaron, 1 metre.
The stats look impressive, but the result from those kicks and handballs have not been to Essendon's advantage.
I think they're using Prismal, to try and stop Judd's effectiveness, but he can get the ball himself.
Yep.
I think it's more an offensive tag than a real defensive one.
No doubt. His turnover total is 5 so far in the opening term against him. Now, can he kick the goal to make all things all right? He does. That's a terrific response. Says a bit about the character of the man. Well done.
Prismal certainly would have been nervous lining up for goal because he's had the 8 possessions. 5 of those have actually resulted in turnovers and also worse still Carlton goals. But I think you're rightly. I think he's brought into the side in particular to do a job on Judd in an offensive manner. Good work also there by Angus Monfries just to put on the block in the forward 50, and a great finish from Brent Prismal.
That's going to be an interesting duel, I reckon, the Judd-Prismal one, because Prismal, it can be a really high possession gatherer in his own right.
Judd chose to go to the ball running down and sent Joseph back to cover Prismal. It's not going to happen that way, or it didn't appear that way. Out of the middle, Lonergan, vital goal for the Bombers, storming through. Winderlich got it to Neagle. He goes back looking for Winderlich. Showed some strength on the ball there. Lonergan slips a hand pass away. Prismal. Hooley, the snapshot. And kicks it behind.
Kicked off 1 step when he had 2 steps.
Bit more time,
He just rushed himself marginally.
That's their go, though, the Bombers. Really bursting out. As a fantastic play from Joe Boston to get the centre clear. And that's Winderlich's real importance to the side to break the lines with his hard offensive running.
Hadley.
Play on.
Judd. So many possessions down there in that pocket for Judd. They're conceding a bit to him. Bauer takes off. Neagle kept at it. Murphy. Bauer. Slips it away to Simpson. He's forward of the interchange gates. Looks inside the forward 50. It'll need to be Betts. There's nobody else at this stage. Garlett is coming. Garlett's taken the mark. Terrific. The way he hung on, Simpson. Just refused to release it. And eventually demanded something of his teammates. He's kicked 2.
The problem there for Essendon, you can just see Cale Hooker sort of floating by himself in the middle of the 50 arc. Needed to make a more aggressive decision. He just kept going back with the fly to the ball. Goalkeeping, if you like, needed to come up at it.
He's been terrific so far tonight and continues in that vein. He puts it through. On the siren. As they say in the classics, timely. And that's a handy break. 15 points at quarter time. 6-3 plays 3-6.
Quarter time here. 6-3 to 3-6. So the Blues off to a fly. Garlett with 3 goals in the opening term. And Simpson out of the centre. And he was responsible for that last goal with a great run. Fletcher got it over the back. Robinson with a job on him. Carazzo's been good early. Belted it back. Well played to Scotland. Zarakis corralled him, and then Scotland held on to it. Gets it to Murphy. Now Murphy's got Simpson in the middle. He decides to go inside the 50. Weight up high.
Push out. Hurley free kick. Right there. Play on.
That's 6 goals 3, by the way, for real Blue fans. They'll know what that means. That was the score at quarter time in the 1999 prelim final. Probably just about Carlton's best day ever against the Bombers.
Winderlich. Henderson in the grasp. Garlett, a live wire. White will fly. Almost the mark. Recovers brilliantly. Boot the ball. Snaps a goal. Oh, how about that? He beat 2 of them.
It's almost in the middle of the ground there at Essendon. I think it was an Essendon player
The
got caught up.
That it's play on. It's the same if a ball hits me. It's play on.
Rule where you cost us the goal for being in the wrong spot.
Joe, it's not going to change anything.
The umpire was clearly, an umpire got in the way of an Essendon player.
You can only bring it back if he shepherds a player on the mark. Any other time, it's just play on. That's the rule. Doesn't matter.
So that goal now.
The turnover in the middle is partly because just the Zaharakis and the umpire just made contact. Otherwise, that's a bad way to create a turnover.
So
unfortunate.
So the Essendon captain unhappy there, and speaking to the umpires.
Touch, play on, touch.
So Prismal to Davey. They need Davey to be very busy, don't they? Well, decision there was awful. Not for the first time. Garlett wins a free kick.
Of him hadn't got the ball.
It's another Essendon turnover at the moment. Partly because they've been stranded a little bit, but the Essendon defence is just getting scored against.
Yep.
Basically 10 scoring shots from how many inside 50 entries? 15 inside 50 entries. That's way too high.
Something the Saints had a lot of trouble against them last week doing, wasn't it? In terms of scoring, they could get it in, but they couldn't score so well.
Well, last week it was 52 for 11, so enormous difference in this early part of the game.
So Henderson away, and it's a free kick.
Didn't need to do that.
Just back here, Robbie.
So let's go back. Just that free kick there as we come to hockey. Let's go back and we'll just see what the umpire said to Joe Watson when he queried the Zaharakis incident a moment ago.
The rules of the game are that it's play on. It's the same if a ball hits me, it's play on.
Crosses the goal for being in the wrong spot.
Joe, it's not going to change.
So there's the explanation.
And the umpire is absolutely right. It's not going to change anything. The umpires denied McBurney, Meredith and Pinnell. Watson back in the action too, as if on cue to Winderlick. Searching kick inside the forward 50. Oh, terrific. He can jump. Hardingham can jump. He was dragged down. He's going to get the free. He started with 4 goals a couple of weeks back.
Just wait for the ball to come back.
From memory last week got a couple.
Marking interference.
I haven't seen him get a ball in any other way, I've got to say, in a negative sense, but he can just jump. And he's pretty soon, I think, defenders are going to have to know. If you let him jump, he's going to be hard to stop.
Well, he's one of those mid-sized forwards, a bit like a Medhurst or a Russell Robertson to that extent. They launch at the ball and take it at the highest point. So you're right, the opposition defenders are going to have to do their homework and know that he's going to launch and take it with full arms stretched at the highest point. Knows his way around the forward line.
Like a robber. Wow, that's praise. Hardingham misses to the near side. This is proving costly at the moment. They're falling off the pace. 7-3 to 3-7. That's a terrific grab.
Yep.
Well, he didn't hang on, but the arm was taken by Jamison. So Russell to bring it in. Margin 20 points. And so far the Blues have looked good. Punishing kick towards the outer side. Right or left from behind. Falls in front. Bauer claimed immediately. Hadley had it. And it was wrenched away.
Making every attempt, my ball.
By McBurney.
A good result there for Essendon. To see right on the line there, I reckon, from Russell. But that's one part of the game that Carlton are really good at as far as score sources go. They're the second best at generating scores from a kick-in. And Essendon traditionally not so good at defending them. So that's a good result.
Scotland, free kick. Play it stopped.
I reckon if Collier kicked in, he could get his entire boot on that line.
Move it on. Play on.
So Scotland with the free. Decides to go long down the line. Hurley works to the front. Henderson's had a good impact so far, and now Murphy running the line. Good kick. Well weighted. And then Grigg quickly on. Wade all on his own. He kicked the opening goal of the second quarter, and he's about to get the second. They've opened the Bombers up.
Yep.
And it's the small force. Garland, he's had 7 kicks, 3 goals, but he's been really dangerous because if he gets the ball, he's got penetration in his play because he runs and carries it.
Well, Brett Ratton didn't quite say line in the sand, but Murphy basically ran the line there, didn't he? And Wade gets the goal, and they're away. The Blues lead by 26.
It's been the fast break that Carlton have got Essendon on. All the Carlton forwards are pushing up and then getting the ball over the top. I'm not quite sure how Waite got himself totally clear there. We see that one with Murphy. May have gone out of bounds, can't really tell. But able to get the ball over to Wade unattended. So the work rate from the Carlton forwards, in particular the half forwards, has been great in bringing the ball up, bringing their Essendon defenders up with them and then beating them back.
Robinson, there you see on screen there with Fletcher. He's dragging Fletcher up to the high side of the ground, the opposite side of the ground to which the ball's actually travelling up the ground. So he's isolating that matchup. If Fletcher doesn't go to him, they'll use him. But either